Good morning, YouTube, Facebook friends. How y'all doing today? So this is going to be a rant. I have been driving around a little bit today, every day, but today it hit me. You know, some things are really just pissing me off. I'm getting super frustrated with people out here. Now let me just, before I go any further, let me say to my friends on Facebook, people I know, to people I converse with, that, you know, we have an actual historical, factual relationship. This is not directed towards you, okay? This is directed towards the faceless keyboard warriors who just want to fucking argue all the time using nonsense. All right, that being said, here we go. So check it out. If I show you a picture that shows absolutely zero curve from any altitude, how can you possibly sit there and argue with me and say, or anyone else for that matter, and say with a straight face, well, the math does indeed prove a curve because we know how to figure out the radius of a wall. Okay, so we can mathematically figure out that there is a curve. And the mathematical figure is 6 to 8 inches, people, per mile, dropping away from you. Because remember, if you're standing on a ball, every direction from you is downhill. What don't we understand? This is common sense. Children know this, okay? All right, so if we can measurably determine the rate of curve, why can't we see it? How are you going to sit there and say, yeah, well, we know it's there, but we can't observe it? What? Come on. Okay, so check it out. People that subscribe to the globe theory and are so indoctrinated to it, and they are just so all up its ass. Why? What is that doing for you? What is the globe doing for you? How is that improving your life? How is that making any kind of difference? What's it doing? I'll tell you what it's doing. It's making you think that God is irrelevant, outdated. But people, you want to rely on this math and all this science bullshit, but you don't want to take the one book that speaks the truth that we can see with our eyeballs and we can prove over and over. I don't want to hear you people say, well, the Bible's full of contradictions, because it's not. Okay? We have a dictionary. Okay? Do we know what a dictionary is? A dictionary defines words that we use for a language so that everybody can understand what the hell we're talking about. Common sense. Okay. So what the fuck is the globe doing for you? Besides lying to you. Making us all miserable and insignificant and accidental. As if, given enough time, Mount Rushmore will just create itself, right? Just evolve itself. Come on. So this fucking horizon, okay, is flat. Everywhere you look, from any altitude you look at it. You wanna know what else just fucking makes me crazy? Is you guys want to always use these GoPro or fisheye lens videos to prove your curvature. Well, if I hold a balloon with a camera on it and I'm holding the camera and I'm about to let it go and I have my arm straight out, my arm has an unnatural curve right there in the video. And the ground right behind me is obscenely curved. What the fuck is that? Can you look behind you and see the ground obscenely curved? Really? It's a nonsensical argument, and it is just, all it does is serve to frustrate the shit out of people like me. I know I shouldn't be angry, but wake up! I am just a human. I am prone to make mistakes, and I am prone to emotional outbursts. Yeah, so what? You show me somebody else who's perfect, and I'll pat your ass on the back. Good job. All right. So I'm going to give you an example that I've been thinking about. And this is just as fucking retarded an argument as the horizon is curved. But we can't see it. But it's there, but we can't see it. So check it out. You and I are hanging out outside. And I say to you, man, check it out. That sky is so blue today. It's beautiful. And you look at me like, what? The sky is green, dude. What are you, fucking stupid? And I say, okay. Well, the grass is green, and the grass is a different color than the sky. So, what would possibly make you say such a ridiculous thing? And you say, well, because it is. We can see it. So I say, okay, all right, check it out. You see this guy? Look at it. Is this the same color? How about this? Is that the same color? We know it is because I can hold it up against the sky and we can see it's the same color. Obviously. Children that can't even speak can see that it's the same color. All right? But you want to keep arguing and say, nope, it's green. So again, I hold this up and I say, okay, can you please tell me what color that is? What color is this? Can you tell me the word for that color? And you say, green. I don't have anything green in here. But let's just pretend I do. Let's pretend I hold something green up. And I say, what color is this? And you say, green. Well, you don't get it both ways. You don't get to say the sky is green and the same color thing that you're holding up is not the same color, it's a different thing. Just fucking nonsense. Don't you get it? Don't you get it? Nonsense! How are you going to justify this bullshit? How can you possibly justify unobservable curve anywhere on the planet except an obscene, ridiculous curve from a GoPro? That's your justification. That's all you got? Did you not see any of my videos where I show you can watch and hear NASA fuckers telling us that they can't pass low Earth orbit? What don't you understand? These fuckers lie to you to tell you all this bullshit. Then they lie to you again and admit that they lied. Okay. They tell you that they're lying, but that's not the lie. But you think it is. So you believe the lie and you disbelieve the truth from the same source. If you think NASA's telling you the truth, then why are they saying we can't get past low Earth orbit and never have? Wake up, people. The argument is invalid. All right, so here's another example. If you have the ability to move your body in any fashion from one point to another, whether you're on your feet, a skateboard, a bicycle, a motorcycle, a car, an airplane, I don't give a fuck what it is. If you're able to move and your eyeballs work, you can look to the side of you as you're moving forward. You can look that way or that way, and you can pick out stationary objects and watch them go depending on your speed, right or wrong. Okay. This tells us we can see things are stationary. This tells us we can determine if they're close or not. If we're driving on the highway, and I've done this, anybody outside of Florida, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? If you're driving on the highway and you see mountains in the background, way far away, and you see trees and shit at all different varying distances from you all the way to the mountains, what object moves the slowest? Correct. The furthest things away. Yes. Simple, repeatable, observable. Okay? So, if the furthest things away from you have the least movement as you pass, as you move, well, if the sun is 93 million miles away, I would say that's quite a bit further than the mountains. Just a guess. You know, I am a stupid flat earther with no brain. Remember? Alright. So, how the fuck can we watch the clouds and the sun and the moon move at the same exact rate as we pass? Don't you get it? The sun is not 93 million miles away. Go! The moon is not 200,000 to 400,000 miles away either. Go! It's obvious. Don't just dismiss obvious facts because you want to be so up that globe's ass. The globe is fucking you over. Evolution is fucking you over. Gravity, fuck you, it's fucking you over too. Buoyancy and density. There is another science that shows this. It's called air fluid dynamics. Check it out. All the fancy shit you want to say with math and this and that and is all smashed by two simple statements. Facts. Water never curves. Period. I had some joker try to tell me the other day, well, in science class, we used to fill a glass halfway with water and we could see the water curved over it. Bullshit. You cannot ever see that. How ridiculous. Even you globe people know that's not true. Come on. Second statement. A flat horizon at eye level, no matter what your altitude is, no matter how high you go, that thing is right at your eye level. That's only possible on a flat infinite plane. It is physically impossible to happen on a ball of any size. Why is this such a hard concept? It's not. It's just that you can't let go. You just cannot let go. The proof is all around you. Everywhere. God is not irrelevant. God is not outdated. We see revelation happening right now in front of us. We see page 1 of the Bible everywhere we look. How can you deny it? Who the fuck is really going to sit there and tell me that this is a ball? No, this is a circle. Get over it, people. Get over it. I'm under and over it. I feel a lot better. Yeah. The only place we find globes is drawings. Like that one. That's a globe. Does that make it real? No. Alright, people. NASA, they have no chance. They have that much chance of surviving this movement, this awakening, unscathed. They're admitting every day that they can't do shit that they said we've done. How the fuck are we gonna have all these photographs of space of a perfect sphere? And those are fact photographs. But yet we've got this ass clown Tyson telling us, well, actually, it's flattened at the poles. It's an oblate spheroid. And then in the next breath, This motherfucker wants to say, well, actually, it's a pear shape. Dude, fuck you. Alright? Fuck you. Tyson, suck it, bitch. You can't tell me that we're pear-shaped or oblate when we supposedly have photographs for 40 years or so of a perfect sphere that are authentic. Who the fuck is lying? I'll tell you who's lying. They're all fucking lying. All of them. Because you don't get it both ways. You don't get to say, here's a picture of Earth, this is us, and it's a perfect sphere. And then get to say, well, actually, we're a pear shape. Yeah? Alright, I don't think so. So NASA wants to say, oh, really, you don't think so? Well, why don't you think so? Well, because fuck you, that's why. Because you're an idiot. I tell you what, NASA, let me give you one of those pieces of wood that has the different shapes cut out, and give you the wooden blocks that are the corresponding shapes, and I'm only going to give you a star, and I'm only going to let you put it in the square peg. Good fucking luck, because that's what the fuck you're trying to tell us you're doing. You're idiots. All of yous. Idiots. And you know what? Now yous can't leave, because we fucking locked you in. And now you're in with the fucking monsters. You're going to see what's up. Yeah. We're showing every day, people. Every single day. We have centuries of research and proof. You can't deny Airy's failure. You can't deny Bedford Level. You cannot deny Michelson-Morley. You cannot deny that Einstein only came up with the theory of relativity, to disprove Michelson-Morley. And guess what? He failed. And guess what else? He admitted it. So what the fuck are you holding on to? What are you holding on to? Darwin himself said the idea of all species coming from a common ancestor is a great fantasy. Unfortunately, not possible. If you're going to quote people, then why don't you fucking get the whole quote right? How about Copernicus, that Jesuit ball fucking founder? Alright? That bitch was dead. Dead! Before his shit got published. You know why? Because he said himself, after 500 pages of trying to fucking get through this shit and make sense of it, and couldn't, he admitted, I can't prove it, it's just, I can't do it. So why the fuck is it out there as fact? Better check your facts, people. Because your facts are theories. And your theories are opinions. Nothing more. A flat horizon on an infinite plane is a fact. Deal with it. The sun that we can watch when we drive on the highway start in front of us, and as we go for about 20 minutes or so, it ends up behind us. That tells us fact. That bitch is close. Way close. Right there in the clouds. Because we see the same thing happening with the clouds. Better check up on your facts, people. So, there you go. Just a little rant. If you got any shit to say about this video, come on, ask me questions. I will probably reply just like this, as far as being in a video format. I just came to the wrong place because I'm ranting and raving. Awesome. Well, lucky you. You get to spend some more time with me. So, can anybody please tell me why my example of the clouds in a radius around the sun acting like a lampshade, showing us exactly what a lampshade shows us, which is the inside face of the clouds in the circle around the sun, keeping up, is the only lit part. If the sun was 93 million miles away, critical thinkers, we would not see any of the shadows, any of the angles, nothing that we do see. What, are we all fucking idiots and we don't know how light and shadows work? What, we only just... Well, we are, aren't we? Most of us are blind because we're all up this thing's ass all the time too. Nobody's outside looking. That's part of the problem, people. Get your ass outside. Put the fucking phone down. Get rid of it. Get out of it. Turn the idiot box off. All it's doing is just reinforcing the globe lie over and over and over again. That's all it does. Just reinforcing your knowledge of bullshit. That's all it does. I gotta stop. I gotta just stop. Alright. Horizon's flat at eye level, no matter how high you go. Fact. Water never, ever, ever can be made to curve. Unless, of course, we're talking about surface tension, which is when you're trying to fill a glass more than capacity. Then we see it round over the top. But we don't have that example on the Earth as a globe. We don't see any oceans that way that are filled beyond capacity and doming over from surface tension. So your argument's invalid. It's bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit. Sun's right here in the clouds. Those fuckers don't steam. They hold water until they're ready or told to release. There is no ping pong water droplets from cloud to air current. Really? That is not possible. That's just not possible. Water's denser than air, so therefore it's going to fall. Period. If it's falling out of the cloud to begin with, it's more dense than the air. So how the fuck's the air going to push it back up? The air is not a huge... The atmosphere does not have a layering, ridiculous shearing effect the higher you go. In either direction. I mean, it doesn't get, you know, faster as we go up the layers, and it doesn't get slower the higher we go through the layers. It's utter nonsense. Leo Ferrari, I keep laughing because he said it best. You mean to tell me that in this room, everything is being spun round at a magnitude of 1,000 miles an hour, and we don't know it? Rest in peace, brother. You made it so obvious for all of us. Have a great day. I'll try to get another video up where I'm not so angry. Peace.